The strike by platinum miners in South Africa has dragged on for 5 long months. It's one of several factors worrying watchers of Africa's most developed economy. With me on the phone to give his insights is Arthur Camp from Sanlam Investment Management. For the first time since 2009, GDP contracted in the first quarter of this year. But Reserve Bank Governor Gill Marcus says a recession is unlikely. What are your thoughts on this, Arthur?
Well, if we define a recession as 2 quarters of negative growth in a row, there's no real definition for it, but if we use that, then it's not impossible that we get a second quarter decline in GDP, which would then make it technically a recession. But for that to happen, you would need to have quite a sharp drop again in mining and manufacturing. Those two subtracted close to 2% of GDP in the first quarter, and therefore for another quarter of negative growth, you would need another steep decline in those two. It is possible in mining if the strike is not resolved anytime soon, and in fact we're already in June. And there are of course also spillover effects from the mining fall in output into manufacturing. But if you look at the PMI, the manufacturing PMI, that is a little bit worrying. It's in the low 40s, and that would suggest in the last 2 months of the quarter that we could get quite a sharp decline in manufacturing production. And then, of course, that's possible we get a technical recession. But I think more important than that is looking at the Reserve Bank's leading economic indicator relative to its longer-term trend. It's been declining, and it tends to suggest that the economy is not going to pick up too much momentum before significantly later this year, possibly only around the late third quarter.
The governor also said the era of abundant money flowing into emerging markets appears to be over, and that may particularly affect South Africa because sustainability of current account deficits are perceived to be an issue. How much of an issue is this?
I think the governor is quite right to focus on the sustainability of the current account. Historically, when the current account deficit has got down to these kinds of levels, it is at the moment just above 5% of GDP. It's tended not to be sustained. Foreign investors have tended not to fund deficits that large in South Africa's case for an extended period. And the worry, of course, is that South African savings ratio is very low at about 12 to 13% of GDP. We're also being buffeted by negative shocks at the moment, productivity shocks, and the currency is fairly weak. Now, of course, in the near term, that would threaten to keep inflation above the inflation target range for a while. So I think the governor is right to comment on that, and I think it's probably preparing the way for the fact that real interest rates need to go up a bit in the future.
Inflation breached the 3 to 6% target band in April, coming in at 6.1%. How much of a worry should this be for the Reserve Bank?
I think in the near term, given what is evident in the numbers, is a broadening of price pressure from the weakness of the currency. Also some food price pressure in the near term, and that could see inflation close to 7% by June, and it's likely to stay outside the inflation target range of the bank of 3 to 6% until early next year at least. It's quite important what happens with the currency. If the currency continues to weaken, then projections for inflation will probably rise. But it is also evident that businesses are beginning to move to constrain employment costs. Economic growth is quite weak. And also, at least at agriculture level, there seems to be fairly sharp decline in agricultural product prices that may feed through into lower food prices next year. So if the rand does manage to stabilize, and we believe in any event that it is a cheap currency, but of course it's being buffeted at the moment by negative shocks related to terms of trade and related to productivity. If the currency can at least stabilize, then I think that by the middle of next year, we should be back inside the inflation target range. If not, the Reserve Bank will probably then need to act on interest rates.
Arthur, some analysts say the platinum strikes are exacerbating South Africa's declining manufacturing and contracting GDP. They say that even if the strikes ended today, the economy will still be feeling the effects in the third and fourth quarters. How much are the strikes affecting the economy?
The strikes have had a material impact. If we look at the first quarter, platinum production is 25% of total mining production, and mining production subtracted 1.25% of GDP directly. That's without the indirect effects. There are significant indirect effects into the manufacturing industry. And of course, the impact on wages lost and therefore on consumption spending as well. So that's quite evident that there's been a big impact in the near term. Of course, in the long term, the mining industry generally, particularly, for example, the gold mining industry, is in decline. as a percentage of GDP. Services economy is much larger and growing. So in the long term, that is more likely the important driver for the economy. But certainly in the near term, as I've said, the impact is quite material. It is only in total 5% of GDP, but of course it makes a very big difference on the trade account. If we look at mineral and metals related exports, that's up to 2/3 of total South African exports. And the worry there is that if these strikes discourage savings inflows from abroad, that would have significant impacts, obviously, on the rand. And then also to the extent that the economy is weak in the near term as a result of this, the concern would be that we get downgraded on our sovereign debt ratings, and of course that would raise the cost of borrowing for government. So those issues then have obviously significant feedbacks into the growth outlook.
Thank you, Arthur. That's all for now. Kiri Bloor will be covering the latest figures on US retail sales, so do click back on Dukascopy TV. Goodbye for now.